So I recently received an email which says, "Hi, hello. I've been teaching myself French and I'm getting really confused about the verbs savoir and connaître. I know savoir means to know a fact and connaître means to know a person, but sometimes the book I'm using says connaître when I think it should be savoir. For example, it says je ne connais pas le mot. Shouldn't it be je ne sais pas le mot because a word is not a person? Please help me." Well, Sam, first of all, well done for teaching yourself French. That automatically makes you cool. And secondly, you've stumbled across two verbs that cause confusion for many French students, so you're not alone. And I'm more than happy to explain it to you. So the differences that you outline do have some truth to them. Savoir does refer to knowing a fact, and connaître is about knowing a person. But the problem with these typical textbook definitions is that knowing is not limited to people and facts. Consider the example you gave. I don't know the word. A word is neither a fact nor a person, which makes choosing the right verb difficult. Many people, like you, choose savoir for this type of example because a word is closer to being a fact than it is to being an organism, but the truth is the verb you need in this sentence is connaître. Let me explain why. Firstly, discard the traditional fact and person definitions because they're far too vague. The way to look at savoir is to think of it as knowing in terms of knowledge. Facts come into this, of course. I know where you live, je sais où tu habites. But it also includes knowing how to do something, like I know how to speak French. Je sais parler français. Notice how we don't translate the word how when we talk about knowing how to do something. Connaître, on the other hand, is more about knowing things in terms of familiarity. Again, this does include knowing a person. I know your brother, je connais ton frère. But it can also be about being familiar with a thing, perhaps even a word. I know the word, je connais le mot. I know that song, je connais cette chanson, i.e. I'm familiar with this word, I'm familiar with this song. Likewise, you could be familiar with a place, or a film, or anything like that. I've always found these definitions to be much easier to follow than the others, and you usually can't go wrong with them. Having said that, do be careful with things like knowing someone's address, which actually uses savoir, although you could argue it fits more with the connaître definition. And knowing something by heart could be considered being familiar with it, but again, this type of sentence uses savoir. Je le sais par coeur is I know it by heart. I hope this has helped you to understand these two words a little bit more than you did before. If not, you know how to contact me and I'll see what I can do for you. Thanks to Sam for requesting this video. I am sort of relying on requests nowadays since I've done most, if not all, of my planned videos, so do keep them coming if you want to see more. And remember, my book on French verbs is still available at lulu.com, so if you want a written version of my lessons, you can buy that from the link, which I imagine is in the description. Remember to follow me on Twitter, read my blog, and I'm also now on Facebook, so if you could like my page, that'd be really cool. And until the next video, à bientôt.